Call no man happy until he's dead. Herodotus said that. As a kid, I thought he was making bitter commentary. But what it actually means is that the value of something can't be determined till you can look at the whole. Till the final tally. When that tally comes, where do you think you and I'll stand, my friend? When I busted out of my cubicle coffin and found the road, I thought I was adding to that tally. Then I abandoned the road to help Andy and Helen and the rest of the survivors. That added something new and special. And I still get pangs for the open road. Two loves pulling on me like a wishbone. Can't complain, though. Some people drift through life feeling no pull at all. Guess longing for the road set me to tinkering. Found a little free time and spare parts. Next thing I know, I've nearly completed a bike. I like to keep busy. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. Or so they say. But it's more complicated than that. What you craft with your hands eventually crafts you. I don't want implements of death to be the only thing that these hands work on. I don't want that defining me. I got the bike stashed nearby. It's not finished. In fact, it's running kind of rough, but you can take it for a test spin. I'll give you a call when you're on the road. I'll be seeing you later, friend.
Engine sounds rough, don't it? Head over to Edgar's. He has some parts set aside. Should be just the thing to get that ride up to speed.
Local bounty detected. Initiating.
That's too close, buddy.
If the engine's purring, you've done right, friend. Should be handling like a dream now. But you might be able to coax a little more speed. One of the survivors who came to us from the airport told me about all the odds and ends she saw there. I think you'll find just the thing to give you a boost. Sounds like that bike's ready for the big country. I'd like you to have it. You've done a lot for us. A piece of the road is the best gift I know how to give. So go rev the engine. Romance the horizon. When the final tally comes, I'd like to think you'll look Herodotus in the eye, give him a wink, and say it was a good ride.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
Hello. You are stubborn.
Miss Radcliffe and I have been vigorously debating our non-interventionist policy in the area.
I was on the debate team in high school.
There may be a window for us to take direct action. Well, not us, as much as you.
A cargo ship ran aground on one of the coastal islands. We have it on satellite time-lapse, coming in at the head of the Biocult fog. That's how the creatures got here. Like a mutant cruise liner. The Love Boat with a vengeance. Sorry. Protocol is to wait for our raid teams to be deployed, or our pilot could airlift you now.
In such a scenario, I should mention that similar cargo ships could have been used to transport material from our sister corporations within the group. That's not a confirmation.
But someone like you could probably find a use for that material. A good use, if it was there. Which I guess I'm not telling you it is. That's how this works, right?
Quite. One more detail. I need you to sign this release form, agreeing that the group cannot be held accountable for any personal injury resulting from, but not limited to...
Sir.
It's for their own good. It's for your own good. Mm-hmm.
Special assignment received. Initializing.
Connection established to the Rochi core. Running real-time situation analysis. Analysis. Body of water contains potentially lethal electrical current. Analysis. Highly volatile biological material. Avoid close proximity. Identification. Cargo vessel Polaris. Reported lost in Atlantic Ocean August 14, 2007. Approaching a major biological threat. Exercise caution. Recommendation. Pursue threat to prevent regeneration of tissue damage. Detecting strong psychic signature emanating from inside the vessel. Exercise caution. Source of strong psychic signature confirmed. Proceed to extraction point for removal. Anomaly. Large etheric wave disturbance converging on extraction point. Current data indicates a 33.3 recurring percent chance of survival. Major dimensional breach. Nothing ever. Cannot engage until reality has been restored. Extraction point secure. Pending communications with the Rochi Core.
Can't keep away, huh? Looks like you got the same jonesing as me. And let me tell you, until it got its hooks in, I didn't do obsession. Even my ADD has ADD. It's where I get my edge. That and the fast food. To keep me real fast. No good now. Once you see that place, you've stared at the sun. Close your eyes and it's imprinted on your retinas. Deserts on fire, sky like an open mouth, twisted goddamn creatures with a terrible fucking beauty. It's poetic. I hear them when I sleep, or sometimes when I'm awake. They know all our names and all our bullshit, how to rub an ego and stop just short of climax. They say they'll be my muse, my masterpiece, my Pulitzer, all access, all coke and BJs. Dante never had it so good. It's way past too late for me. Room's coming apart. Guess Wicker clocked out. I can feel it all like a scab picked away to the mess beneath. But there's still time for you to do your thing, whatever that is. And hey, you see my old editor on the other side. Tell her we'll do lunch soon.
Sweet deliverance, you have come. Help us. Please deliver us from our enemies. Time is running out. Wicker is here. Beware these hellish instruments. Your life, your sweet, virginal life, it is fuel to them. Don't expect safe footing. In the heat of the slag pit, the foundry brute is king. Hurry! Come to me. Before the demon army sends you out, they loathe all Wicker has done. And you also. Once, all was perfect. Like you. But it was left to rot in the vile glass house of its planters. So cruel. Spiteful tart. Nuclear mistress. This one's eunuchs are taught to crave an explosive union. Your world is bleeding. Bleeding anima. This war machine is its vampire. Protected by the portal's power. Separate them. Kill it. Be our savior. Be our savior. So sorry. Your princess is in another castle.
Saccharissa. You came for me, I presume. I wouldn't want to seem ungrateful, but emotion is a phantom itch now. We are not of the same species, you and I. I have no nostalgia for Earth. I cut it out. My body rejected it. Do you know, it was the soul I stripped away which allowed me to commit such awful crimes. Psychopathy is a quite human trait. Now I am beyond the cage of humanity. I am rarefied. This dimension has worked a great alchemy on me. And in return, I mean to restore it to greatness. Every petrified forest must start from a single manganese seed. You're feeling short of breath. The atmosphere is oxidizing your blood, turning it to metal. In my realm, that which does not make you stronger kills you. Go back to your world. Go back with my thanks. When present matters are concluded, I'll see to it that the rifts are welded closed. You have my word.
You, me, on a beach of razor fossils. The vultures of Lang plucking your nerve endings like a fabulous instrument. Call me sometime.
Local bounty detected. Initiating.
The land itself remembers the past, and memories can be made images. With our magic, harvested from the earth, we can bring those memories forth, live them again, see what our ancestors saw as real as a waking dream. I'm sure those Hollywood types would love to get their hands on this recipe. Sit. Breathe. Raise the anchor of your soul and let your mind drift out into the great ocean. You really do have trouble letting go, don't you? Close your eyes. Your spirit wants this. My voice will be your guide through the memories. Listen to it. Let me be your anchor to this place, and you won't get lost. I'll pull you back when you've seen what there is to see. Don't worry. I've done this before. At least once. Maybe I haven't. My memories are not as vivid as the Earth's. It was back in the days of our forefathers, many, many lifetimes ago, that our land was invaded by an army of darkness from the distant south. Take care now. They came in terrible ships, riding creatures of nightmares, wielding powerful black magic. We know them now as Mayans, but our ancestors saw them only as masked demons from a hellish place. Our tribe was outnumbered and stood no chance against the invaders. Many warriors had lost their lives in the first battle. And the second battle was sure to destroy us all and leave the mountains unprotected. The Norsemen came then upon our shores in long boats, and they brought with them a powerful sword. Together, the Wabanaki and the Vikings were to build a shield around this island that would keep it safe from our enemies, from those who wished to dig into the mountain and unleash the serpent. ancestors and theirs, with the power of all our rites and rituals along with those of the Vikings, with every man and every woman standing tall with a weapon in their hands. We were ready. Time was short, and the darkness had to be stopped. By club, by spear, by sword, and by magic.
You cannot continue alone. The forest is flooded with blackness, blackness wept from the wound in the mountain. I have spoken to the earth. I asked it to guide you across the danger. Walk into its golden light now.
Even with the Norsemen on our side, the battle was hard. And the Mayans crept ever closer to the summit and to the gateway into the hills, the gateway that had long been guarded by our people. It was the place of whispers, our tribe knew, and anyone who came too close was poisoned. The enemy knew this as well, but they craved the poison. They sought it, worshipped it, and for this reason, they could not be allowed close. Norsemen had brought with them the powers of their gods, and this was something the Mayans were not prepared for. Its pure light terrified our forefathers, but when it was cast upon the enemy and burned them to cinders, our tribe saw that it was a good light, wielded by friends and allies. Much blood was shed that day and night. But when dawn finally came, we stood before that gaping mouth and our enemy was dead or had fled. We were victorious. This is our story. This is the story of the people of the Dawn. Hello there.
Greetings. Hi. So you've seen the Ankh? Talk about opening Pandora's box. Okay, so far as I know, it didn't start with our guys blowing a hole in the ground and going down into the dark. And I'm not saying it didn't make matters worse. I don't know exactly what happened, but the noise on the radio was... it wasn't pretty. And then they started bringing up the people who were infected. They were covered in black goo. We call that the filth now, I've learned. Don't know why. They should really call it the crazy, since it makes people go fucking batshit insane. The infection spread so quickly, it's a miracle we made it out, any of us. We neutralized as many as we could, to make sure the disease wouldn't spread. But I don't know what happened to the ones who are still down there, in the dark. The ones who didn't get out. And I have no idea what happened in that subterranean temple in the first place. What horrors they unearthed. You know, someone should really look into that.
Emergency broadcast. The Orochi group has ceased all operations in the region. Any surviving personnel are requested to evacuate the area by any means necessary. This is Orochi Call. All sites are requested to report their status.
The Ankh, symbol of rebirth. And you will be reborn, in a fashion, through the evolution of the filth. Our ancient predecessors called this place a temple. Not so. It is a laboratory. You see the material I have had to work with. I apologize for my cannibalistic ex-colleagues. They are an insult to the scientific profession. The primitives serve me after I prized the staff from their high priest's fused hands. Arton is a superstition. But these dimensional parasites are very real, you'll find. I am Dr. Klein. Over many years of researching the filth, many microdoses, I gained a tolerance to it. A tolerance, yes, also a dependency. I sought out a pure source. The Ankh was my Schwartz mirage in the desert, a reservoir, a cradle of it. Let me show you what I have learned in the spaces beyond. Now we shall explore the mysteries of the filth together. You will live to regret this, but not for very much longer. I see you have run afoul of the wildlife, a powerful beast, and through treatment, one that can be made more powerful. I have no words! No words! I shall explain the pressure you are feeling. In ancient times, we would be below the filth level in this shaft. The survey team found great machines of warped bone and sinew down here, fossilized. It runs on muscle memory now, which is to say, it will not stop. Hurry up and perish, please. I am anxious to observe your transformations. You, people! I told the committee we should have filled Agatha with concrete when we had the chance. Your persistence betrays your desire to go beneath this primal fluid. Do not fight it. It would be an error to think of it as the end. The Artanists saw it as a baptism, a renewal. No, you will not falter. Instead, you will become stronger. Lord of this ancient meat's nerves. See how it obeys and is strengthened. I will take no pleasure in this, but with you, I allow myself a fraction of pleasure. It is reacting. The biological fission, immense. This could be the great moment of my studies, the most important filth event since the Black Plague. What is it? Something new? Something primeval? Something more than reality can contain? It will consume us all if it is released. I must release it! Philistines! You're not just stopping science, you're denying an evolution. How small-minded of you to resist the great mutation. My work will endure beyond this flesh. I am the filth. Mein Leben.
personnel, please report your status immediately.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
I grant you audience.